Test, test, test.
That's why I want you to test. Joanne? Jane, sit up. Sorry, I keep talking amongst yourself. Jane, sit up again. Ethan. This is a very special day. It's a very special afternoon. It is Shabbat. And on Shabbat we do incredible things. We rest. It's a time of Mincha. And we celebrate. We celebrate as a young man. In just a few minutes through this afternoon, will be called to Torah and will become a bar mitzvah. One of the most important things that we can share with Ethan today. You only become bar mitzvah twice in your life. Did you know that? Who here hasn't had a bar mitzvah or bat mitzvah? So when you're 13 and when you're 83. 83. Yeah, you've got a couple of years to go by. So this afternoon we celebrate with Ethan as he enters into the covenant of becoming an adult, a young man within Jewish tradition. Thanks, Jeff. That's Jeff, by the way. Hi, Jeff. And what we're going to share with you this afternoon are some songs as part of prayer. And I feel very fortunate to be accompanied by Ari. This is Ari, everybody. Say hi, Ari.
Hi.
Now, Ari has one requirement. His requirement is that you sing with him. Can you sing? And if you can't sing like me, you still sing. Because you don't want to get into trouble with Ari. Are you sleeping already? Remember, I warned you about this side, I warned about sleeping. And also on the beamer is, raise your hand, Joanne. This is Joanne Lowe Irons. She is part of our board, she's secretary of our board. Hopefully soon to take a different position, a more senior position on our board of governance. And next to her is Jade Carr, who's been Ethan's tutor. My name is Rabbi Kim Etlinger, and I'm one of the rabbis at this congregation, and I've had the privilege of working with Ari over the last few months as he leads into becoming a bar mitzvah. Now, Ari, did I say Ari? I meant Ethan.
Yeah, Ethan.
Oh. Ethan, Ari, you know, it's all the same. So I've been working with Ethan. Ari is going to share with us a song, and he would like you to sing with him. Can we do that?
So on the topic of singing, we're going to be mostly doing music that I hope you know the words to, although you might not know the melodies. Even if you don't know the words, feel free to join in on a yai lai if you figure out the melody with us. So repeat after me. Hine matov, try that. Hine matov, umanayim, umanayim. Shevet achim gam yachad. Try that. Shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov. Your turn. Hine matov. Umanayim. Umanayim. Shevet achim gam yachad. Shevet achim gam yachad. All together. Hine matov umanayim. Shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov umanayim. Shevet achim gam yachad. One more time. Hine matov umanayim. Shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov umanayim. Shevet achim gam yachad. Now this part you'll repeat after me. How good it is.
How good it is.
There it is. How sweet it is. How sweet it is. And then all together we'll sing, to be together on this day. Let's try that all together. To be together on this day. And repeats again. How good it is. How sweet it is. And then together, to be together on this day. Second time's a little different, so let's try it all together. How good it is. How sweet it is to be together on this day. How good it is, how sweet it is to be together on this day. Hine matov, umanayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov, umanayim shevet achim gam yachad. One more part to learn. Shalom Alechem. Try that. Shalom Alechem. Salam Aleikum. Salam Aleikum. Shalom Alechem. Shalom Alechem. Salam Aleikum. That's the whole thing. Salam Aleikum. All together. Shalom Alechem. Salam Aleikum. Shalom Alechem. Salam Aleikum. Shalom Alechem. Salam Aleikum. Shalom Alechem. Salam Aleikum. How good it is, how sweet it is to be together on this day. How good it is, how sweet it is to be together on this day. Hine matov, umanayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov, umanayim shevet achim gam yachad. Last time. Hine matov, umanayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov, umanayim shevet achim gam yachad.
Shabbat Shalom. Shalom Aleichem. And as some of our friends who come from Persia or Iran, they might not say Shalom Aleichem. They may not know Hebrew. They're Jewish, they may say Salam Alaikum because they grew up learning only Arabic. Jews who are part of Persia, who are part of Iran, members of the extended members of the Jewish community. And so, Ethan, we invite you now onto the bima with your mom and your dad, Vadim and Irina, as they present you with your talit, something that brings you into this congregation, into the covenant of the Jewish people.
Ethan, today is a very important day in your life. You become a bar mitzvah. We're very proud of what you achieved so far, and we can't wait for what you achieve in the future. Accept this gift from your family. Please do it.
Also, he's the first man in our family who has bar mitzvah.
And we hope you continue that tradition.
Thank you.
Amen. My friends, in our prayer books, we're going to continue with singing some songs from our tradition, some words. Ethan, don't go anywhere. We're going to sing. Ari, why don't we share it with the children?
Ashrei.
Ashrei, page 338.
Ashrei Yoshevet Sela, Ashrei, 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 Yoshei Beitecha, Ashrei, 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 Yoshei Beitecha, Ashrei, Yoshei Beitecha, Hallelujah, Sela, Ashrei, Yoshei Beitecha, Ode Hallelujah, Sela, Ashrei, 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 Yoshei Beitecha, Ashrei, 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 Yoshei Beitecha.
We turn back in our prayer box to page 218 for Psalm 150. David's Psalm. You may know the melody from Leonard Cohen.
Hallelujah, El Bekocho, Hallelujah, Birkia Uzo, Hallelujah, Hallelujah, Bigvurotam, Hallelujah, Guro, Hallelujah, never vechino, Hallelujah, Hallelujah, tofu marpo, Hallelujah, minim beuga, Hallelujah, tzitz le'shama, Hallelujah, tzitz le'tshua, Hallelujah. Kol haneshama tehalel Yah,
Let us turn forward in our prayer book to page 342 and let us rise for the Chatzi Kaddish as we head into the call to prayer, the Amidah.
Yitkara v'yitkadash merabah, Amen. Ve'alma tivrach yirutei, ve'amlich malchutei, וחייכון ויומכון חיי כל בית ישראל. בגדה ובזמן קריב ואמרו אמן. יהי שמירה ומבורך ועל המולה מעמיה יתברך. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתהלל ויתהלל שמי קודשה ברכו לעילם עם כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה לעמירם בעלמה ואמרו amen.
The Amidah is on page 344, and as is our custom, we'll share the first three blessings together standing, if we are able.
Adonai Sabbatai Tifta Ufi Yagite Gilatecha Baruch Ata Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu Elohei Abraham Elohei Yitzchak ve'Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'koneh HaKol, V'zocher Chasdei Avot v'Imahot, U'mevi Goel Livnei V'nehem, L'man Shemo Be'achava, Melech Orzeh Mashiach U'Magen Baruch Atah Adonai Magen Avraham Ve'ezrat Sarah Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai Mechayei Metim Atah Rav Le'Oshia Mashiv Haruch Murit HaGeshem Mazriach HaShemesh Murit HaTal Mechalkel Chaim V'Chesed Mechayei Metim Berachamim Rabim Somech Noflim V'Afer Holim Umatir Asurim Umkayem Unatov Lishem Ne'afar Michamocha Ba'al Gevurot Umidom Melach Melech Memit Umechayeh Umatzmiach Yeshua V'neman Atal HaChayot Meitim Baruch Atah Adonai Mechayei HaMeitim Nekadesh et Shimcha ba'olam Keshem Shemakdishim Oto Bishmemaro Kach Katuv Aya Nevi'echa V'Kazel Zeh Ve'amar Kadosh, 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 Adonai Tzevaot, Melech haaretz, Kevodo, Adir, Adirenu, Adonai, Adonenu, Ma'adir, Shimcha le'ho haaretz, Baruch Kevod Adonai Imkomo Echad Hu Eloheinu Hu Avinu Malkeinu Hu Moshienu Ve'hu Yashmienu Berachamav Le'nei Kochai Ani Adonai Elohechem Yimloch Adonai Le'olam Elohai Tzion Ledor קדושתך נקדיש, ושבחך אלוהינו מפינו לא ימוש לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
We'll continue on page 353. For the good in us, which calls us to a better life, we give thanks. For the strength to improve the world with our hearts and hands, we give praise. For the peace in us, which leads us to work for peace, we are grateful. For the gifts of Shabbat, which renews us for life, we offer blessing.
Baruch atah Adonai, Mekadesh HaShabbat.
We will now continue on page 354. Ritzei Adonai Eloheinu Bamcha Yisrael. Utfilatam Bahava Tikabel. Utfilatam Bahava Tikabel. Utchi Viratzon Tamid Avodat Yisrael Amecha El Karov L'chol Korav Pnei El Avodecha V'chanenu V'shach Ruchacha Aleinu V'techazena El Einenu V'shavcha Litzon Rachamim
Baruch atah Adonai
Chamachazir Shechinato L'tzion. On this holy Shabbat, may we draw nearer to life, to peace, and to joy. May we find true peace, holiness in our deeds, worth in our study of Torah. Let us feed on the love of goodness. Let us drink from the love of goodness, restrain our thirst for excess, and cleanse our hearts to serve life well. On this holy Shabbat, may we draw nearer in life, in peace, and in joy.
Baruch atah Adonai, she'otecha levadacha vayir'a na'avod.
We will now continue on page 357. When we behold your heavens, the work of your fingers, the moon and the star that you set in place, what are we humans that you are mindful of us? We mortals that you take note of us. You made us little less than divine, adorned us with glory and majesty. Give us dominion over your handiwork, laying the world at our feet. O eternal God, how majestic is your name throughout the earth.
Baruch atah Adonai, hatov shimcha u'lecha na'eh l'chod. On page 358, we continue with the Song of Peace, Shalom Rab.
Shalom Rav, O Yisrael Amcha, Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav, O Yisrael Amcha, Tasim Leolam. Ki ata hu melech adom, lechol hashalom. Atahu melech adom, lechol hashalom. Shalom Rav, O Yisrael Amcha, Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav, O Yisrael Amcha, Tasim Leolam. L'tov levarech et amcha Yisrael b'chol עת ובכל שעה ישלומך. Shalom Rav.
sharing a song of peace, Shalom Rav, we take a few moments for silent prayer or meditation, thoughts of our heart. We take from what has happened this past week, whether in our personal lives or in the world, and turn it into something that is truly possible, something that is positive, to bring this day with Ethan to a higher level. Let's pause for a few moments of silent prayer. Yihiu l'ratzon imrefi v'hegion libi lefanecha Adonai tzuri v'goli. May the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart be acceptable to you, O God, my rock and my redeemer.
Oseh shalom imromah, uyaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru amen. Oseh shalom imromah, uyaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru amen. Ya'aseh shalom, ya'aseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Ya'aseh shalom, ya'aseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Ya'aseh shalom, ya'aseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Ya'aseh shalom, ya'aseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Ya'aseh shalom, ya'aseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael.
V'al kol b'nei Adam, may God bring peace to the entire world, and we say, Amen. Before we continue with Seder Kriyat Torah Shabbat, reading of the Torah, which is when through that moment that Ethan becomes bar mitzvah, Ethan has been working diligently, learning the Hebrew, learning the prayers, and understanding what his Torah portion means, and has prepared what we call a drash or drasha about what it means to him as a young adult living in the 21st century.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
For the last few months, I've been learning my Torah portion, which is called Vayetzeh. It comes from the book of Genesis, chapter 28 to chapter 32. My Torah portion is about a man named Jacob who was running away from his twin brother, Esau. Jacob took a break. After a while, he had a nap, placing his head on a rock. That night, he dreamt of a ladder where angels were climbing to heaven and returning to the ground. When he woke up, Jacob realized something important had happened, and he named it Beit El. Once he reached the town, fell in love with a woman that people said was his cousin. Her name was Rachel. He was told to work 7 years if he wanted her hand in marriage. Then on the marriage night, Laban, his father-in-law, swapped her with Leah, his other daughter. It was the custom of the time that the other daughter marry first. In order to still marry Rachel, he had to work for another 7 years. In the end, he had 13 children. Only one was a girl named Dinah. To me, the themes of the Torah portion are family, love, sacrifice, and patience. Let me ask a few questions which you might answer to yourself. How important is love in your family? How do we show our love? What happens in the world when there isn't love? Love is important to me and my family. It is how we stay connected and enjoy the time that we spend together. I show love by giving them my time and effort to improve their day. I also show my love to my family by caring for them when needed, help them in tough times, and by improving their self-confidence when times are low. Now to sacrifice. My family doesn't only show me love by talking to me, they also make sacrifices for me. To get where I am here today, my family sacrificed time and energy and watched me grow to the man I am becoming. If they weren't there for me, I wouldn't be here. Patience is also an important factor to a happy family. It is important because without it, I would give up things I start. Why? Because I get frustrated that things move too slowly or they are not exactly as I want. As a Jewish man, I am taking responsibility and admitting that I may not be perfect. Without all these qualities, the world wouldn't be as great as it is today. As a bar mitzvah, I understand that having these three qualities, I can become a Jewish adult, and without them in general, people would get impatient and they wouldn't care for others. Our world relies on trust, and I'm trustworthy, and I'm helping to make the world a better place. Shabbat Shalom.
My friends, we're going to turn to Seder Kriyat Torah, the Shabbat, the order for reading Torah on the Shabbat. We are on page 363.
Assemble the people, men, women, and children, and the strangers in your city, to hear, to learn, to revere your eternal God, to observe faithfully the words of this Torah, and let their children who do not yet know it, hear, that they too may learn to revere your eternal God.
Amen. Page 364.
Vayehi b'tzor Aaron, vayomer Moshe, Kuma Adonai, v'yafutzu oivecha, ve'anusu misanecha mipanecha, ki mitzion tetzeh Torah.
Let's rise.
Tetzeh Torah, u'devar Adonai Yerushalayim. Baruch shenatan Torah, Torah. Baruch shenatan Torah, Torah. Le'amo Yisrael.
The Ten Commandments, page 63.
Anochi Adonai Elohecha, Asher Hotzetecha, Me'eretz Mitzrayim, Me'beit Avadim. I am your eternal God, who led you out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Lo Yikayelecha Elohim Achilim Al Panai. You shall have no other gods besides me. Lo Tisa Et Shem Adonai Elohecha Lashav. You shall not swear falsely by the name of Adonai, your God. V'chor et Yom HaShabbat lekadsho. Remember the Sabbath and keep it holy. Kabed et avicha ve'et amicha. On your father and your mother. Lo tirtzach. You shall not murder. Lo tinaf. You shall not commit adultery. Lo tignov. You shall not steal. Lo ta'aneh v'recha et shaker. You shall not bear false witness against your neighbor. Lo tachmod. You shall not covet.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Echad Eloheinu, Gadol. Lecha Adonai hagedula v'hagura v'hatiferet v'hanetzach v'hamod Kichol hashamayim u'ba'aretz Lecha Adonai hamamlacha v'hamid naseh lechol erod Lecha Adonai hagedula v'hagura v'hatiferet v'hanetzach v'hamod Kichol hashamayim u'ba'aretz Lecha Adonai hamamlacha v'hamid naseh lechol erod Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'yishtakavu le'har kodsho Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'yishtakavu le'har kodsho Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu.
We may be seated. So the Torah portion, as you heard from Ethan, is Vayetze and comes from the book of Genesis. If you'd like to follow along in reading of the Torah, which Jade and Ethan are going to be sharing with us, you can follow along with the Chumash. Now there are Chumashim underneath your seats throughout the congregation. They're a little bit bigger than the books that you hold in your hand. Joanne is holding one up for you to see. We are on page 194, chapter 28, verse 10. And of course, as Ethan mentioned, it's about the angel going up and then down the ladder. And if you have a look, later we'll show you a little bit more. If you look at the stained glass windows on my left, and the third one in, you've got the one with the fish, then you've got a panel with a light on it, and then the one next to that, so that's the third glass window in. That one actually represents this Torah portion of Jacob's ladder that moves up and down. Ethan knows all about it. So you can ask him and say, show me the picture, show me the stained glass window. He'll tell you all about it, right, Ethan?
Yep.
Sure, right? So we are on page 194, chapter 28, verse 10, and we call to Torah, Yamdu Lalia Torah, Toiva ben Sarah Vavulf, Roman ben Larissa George. We call to the reading of Torah Anatol Zachet and Roman Kostenetsky. Baruch Hananai Habarach Leolam Va'ed.
Baruch Atah Adonai Hem Barach Ha'olam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech Ha'olam Asher Lachem Aku Mikol Hechayim Enatan Leinu Et Torah. Baruch Atah Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen. So if you hold the Torah open, come over, Ethan.
Amen. Vayete Yaakov mir'esha'ah hayelech haranan vayifka b'makom hayelech sham ki וישכב במקום ההוא. ויחלום, והנה שולם מוצב עצב, ראשו מגיע השמיימה. והנה מלכי אלוהים עולים ויורדים בו. והנה אדוני ניצב אליו, ויאמר אני אדוני אלוהי אברהם אביך אלוהי יצחק. הארץ אשר אתה שוכב עליה לך אתננה ולזרעך, והיה זרעך כעפר הארץ, ופרצה ימה וקדמה צפונה ונגבה, ונברחו לך כל משפחות הנמל ובזרעך. והנה אנוכי עמך, ושמרתיך בכל אשר תלך, והשיב אותיך אל האדמה הזאת, כי לא אעזרך עד אשר אם עשיתי את אשר דיברתי לך.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, אשר נתן לנו תורה אמת, ואשר העולם נתן בקדשנו. ברוך אתה אדוני נותן התורה.
Amen. V'sheberach avotenu Abraham, Yitzchak, v'Yaakov, v'imotenu Sarah, Rivka, Rachel, v'Leah. May the God of our ancestors bless you as you're called to Torah, in honor of God, in honor of Shabbat, and in honor of this young man. You've met him before, right?
Yes.
Of course. Ethan becoming a bar mitzvah. Ethan, look at these guys. Look at the strength in these men. You too can be like them. They are there as representatives of your uncle and as your family, extended friends, because they are there to guide you and lead you on life's path. They're there to celebrate the holidays with you, both when you go away and when you stay at home. They're there to share with you in what it means to be a mensch, somebody of integrity and of wholeness and of fullness. These blokes, as we say in Aussie, right? We say blokes? Is that what we say here in Australia? I'm from South Africa, I don't know this stuff. Blokes, right? These blokes. Mate. Bloke, mate. G'day, mate, right? These are your mates. I've been learning. These are your mates. These are men who care about you. But it's not just them, it's their families as well, right? It's their families that'll be there for you when life is up and when life goes down a little bit. May you gentlemen find a lot of joy in watching Ethan reach to manhood in his full essence. He's beginning today, this is the beginning of the rest of his life as a Jewish adult, having opportunities in life that perhaps weren't there for you. May you continue to be there for him, every step of the way, guiding him on life's journey, not just as his mates, but as part of his neshama, as part of his soul. And with God's blessing, we say Amen and Mazel Tov. Come on. So we call to Torah Yamdu Aliyah Torah Ari ben Label Befega Esther bat Alexander Laritza Ariella bat Esther Ari. We call to the reading of Torah Vadim, Irina, and Livia. We're continuing the Torah reading on page 194, verse 16. And our Yad now moves to Ethan. He's going to read Torah for us. Baruch Adonai Yimbrach L'olam Va'ed. Amen.
Yaakov Mishnato Vayomer Achem Yesh Adonai Bamakom Hazer V'Anuchi Lo Yadati Vayra Vayomer Manora Hamakom Hazer Ezer Ki Im Beit Elohim Vazer Sha'ar Hashemayim Vayishkem Yaakov Baboker Vayikach Et Even Asher Sham Marashotav Vayashem Ota Matzeva Vayitzok Shemen Al Rasha Vayikra Et Shem Hamakom Hahu Beit El Ve'olam Lo Shechair Larishona.
Baruch Atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, Asher natan lanu Torah emet, v'chei olam natan b'tehenu. Baruch Atah Adonai, natan ha'torah.
Amen. Shabarach Avotenu Abraham Yitzchak V'Yaakov V'Yimutenu Sarah Rivka Rachel Leah. May the God of our ancestors bless you as you are called to Torah, in honor of Torah, in honor of God, in honor of Shabbat, in honor of your little brother and your son becoming a bar mitzvah on this Shabbat. Libby, when I asked you about Ethan, the first thing that came out of your mouth was, he's a good kid. And in that you recognize that he's not like so much of a kid anymore, but he's a younger brother who's growing into adulthood as you are in womanhood. And you're there as his big sister to guide him, to be with him. You recognize in Ethan that he has a good heart, something that is really true to who he is. You love driving him around, and I know now you're going to drive him wherever he wants to go, regardless, right? He wants to go to the movies, he wants to go to the beach, he wants to hang out with friends. You are going to be his Uber driver, for free, of course. And one of the great things about it is that you shared with me, which is remarkable, because I have an older brother and an older sister, is that you very rarely fight. And that you know what it means to have each other's back, to be with each other, and that you just hang out with each other. There is an age difference between you guys, but you hang out. You'll be so often, your parents will come home and you'll be hanging out together, which is something that's really special and not to be taken for granted. Vadim, you shared with me that you and Ethan have similar interests. You love to do the same things, especially when it comes to electronics, to show each other what that's all about. But one of the things I'm a little bit skeptical about, Jewish men generally don't know how to use power tools. But you shared to me, like you and Ethan, you're like there with the drill. You're making stuff. There is no such moment of bonding than when a father and son can share those moments of teaching, of learning, of just being with each other, and of course spending time with each other. Irina, he's your boy, is he not? He's your son. You share many things, you talk about books, family and friends, and you shared with me how much you have in common. At some point, you're going to have to let go of this kid. Not today, not tomorrow, not for a few years. But the hardest thing for a mum is to say, you are now a man. You're always a part of his life. You always will be a part of his life. And you have one of the most important roles that you can have, and that is truly his mother, sharing with him in the most important moments of his life. May you continue to cherish it, because that's a role you will never lose. And with God's blessing, we say Amen and Mazel Tov. So Ethan, we're going to call you to Torah, but I've got to ask you to walk away from the Torah, because you can't be standing at the Torah when you're called. Go to Ari. Go. Because you can't be standing at the Torah, as I said, if you want to be called to a Torah. So we call you to Torah, and we call you with your Hebrew name, acknowledging your rightful place in this community. Ya'amod, Lali HaTorah, Hamaftir, Habar Mitzvah, V'Hana'ar, Eitan ben Esther v'Ari. We call to the reading of Torah, our maftir, the end of the Torah, our bar mitzvah, a son of the commandments, and our young adult, our newest member of the community, Ethan Zaychek, Eitan ben Esther v'Ari, la'aliyah haTorah. How cool is that? Isn't it cool? Cool. There's no other word to describe it, really.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol hamim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Vayda Yaakov neder lemor im nihya Elohim imadi ushmarni b'derech hazeh asher amchi cholech v'natan li lechem le'echol uveged lilbod v'shpati v'shalom el bayit avi v'chaya Adonai li Elohim v'ha'even hazot asher shonti mezeva yichya bayit Elohim v'chol asher titan li asher ashreinu lach. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu et Torat emet v'chayei olam v'tan v'techenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Mishaberach avotenu Avraham Yitzchak Yaakov v'imotenu Sarah Rachel v'Leah. May the God of our ancestors Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah bless you, Ethan, as you are called to Torah, in honor of Torah, in honor of God, in honor of Shabbat, in honor of your sister, in honor of your mom and dad, in honor of your family and the friends that have come to support you here today, in honor of the fact that you are taking your rightful place within the Jewish community. And as your mom said at the beginning of the service, the honor that is bestowed upon you is that you are the first man in many years to read from the Torah, to become a bar mitzvah, and to have this special and important role. One of the things, Ethan, that I've learned about you as we've been working together over the last few weeks, last few months, is your determination. When we were talking about your Torah portion, you focused on ideas that were so important. You focused on what is it, and you asked an important question, what can I do more? And that's an important personality trait, because it says that you're never going to be satisfied for what you just have, but you're going to continue to strive to do more. To do more in creating this world as a better place for the people who are around you, for your mum, your dad, and your sister, and for the people to come. May you continue on this path, because this is truly a virtuous path. And you're not doing it alone. Do you know why? You've got your mum, you've got your dad, you've got your sister, and each person here in this community is going to be helping you and working with you along this way. Today, you become a bar mitzvah. You're part of this community wholly and fully. May you use it as a moment, as a stepping stone to the next part of your life. And may you embrace it with love, with joy, with gratitude, and knowing that you can actually do anything you put your mind to. Look at the smile on your mum's face, because she knows it's true. Your dad, look at him. He knows it's true. Your sister, not so sure, but she knows it's true too. And with God's blessing, we say Amen as we share the Birkat HaKohanim, the priestly blessing that's been shared from Aaron, Moses' brother, throughout time. Bless you, and may God watch over you always. May the lights of God's presence shine through you and be gracious to you. God bless you with light. May God bless you with peace. And may God bless you with having the support of the community and of your friends around you. As the last words that Ari just sang, may God's presence lift you to wondrous heights. As we say Amen and Mazel Tov. If you threw the lollies, you've got to come get them. Guys, come on up, get the lollies. Come get the lollies, all of you. Come on up, get the lollies. If you threw them, you've got to collect them. Come get the lollies. Of Israel live and the people of Israel endure, we are still standing here today. We take a moment as we think of members of our congregation and community who are in need of healing. Healing of body, healing of mind, and healing of soul. We think of at this time Eva Marks, Gabrielle Bat-Yitzhak Devorah, Eve Lastic, Annette French, Henry Gladwin, Anita Meany, Carmela Zandrew, Diane Matachia, Sue Brown, Layla Cohen, Helen Klassen, Bev Cohen, Margaret Cochran, Adira Bat Rachel, Bela Magid, Rochelle Hyams, Pinchas Ben Michal, Rebecca Moylan, Chana Bat Dora, Mel Wright, Felicity Guthrie, Ian Samuel, Alan Hall, Laureen Hall, Beth Pulver, and Fega Zaitchik. Blessed is God who brings healing to those who are unwell, and we say, Amen. We rise now for Hasbah as we lift the Torah and then dress the Torah Galila.
V'zot haTorah asher sam Moshe lifnei bnei Yisrael al pi Adonai ve'yad Moshe. V'zot haTorah asher sam Moshe lifnei bnei Yisrael al pi Adonai ve'yad Moshe. Ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la la la, ya la la la, ya la 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 la, la 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 la, ya 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 la la la. Ya la la la, ya la 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 la, la 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 la.
I'd like to invite Livia back onto the bema for the prayer for our country, and Roman, the prayer for Israel.
Let us bless our country of Australia and all its people. Let us have dreams in this historic land of dreamers. Let the hot winds from the desert fire our imagination. Let the red soil of the plains keep us rooted to the things that matter. Let the waters of our rivers, lakes, and oceans flow into our hearts, giving us depth and understanding. Help us remember those who have lived in this land before us and those who have made it their home in more recent times. Keep our eyes open to the beauty of this land. May we strive to keep its beauty present and strong. May we never be lazy in the work for peace. May we honor those who have died in defense of our ideals. Grant our leaders wisdom and forbearance. May they lead with justice and compassion. Let our compassion be like the encompassing coastlines of our continent. May acceptance, kindness, and peace live steadily within this ancient and enduring land. Amen.
Amen. The prayer for Israel. We are on page, I'll tell you right now, page 377.
שלום ירושלים, ישאלו אחריך, אבינו שבשמיים, צור ישראל וגאולו, ברך את מדינת ישראל, ראשית צמיחת גאולתנו, חגן עליה בחברת חסדך ופרוס עליך, שקת שלומך ושלח אורך ועמיתך לראשיה ושעריה ויוצאיה ותקנם בצע טובת מלפניך ונתת שלום בארץ ושמחת עולם ליושביה ונאמר אמן.
Amen. We remain standing as we return to the Torah to the Ark on page 374, and Boris will join us in opening the Ark.
Yehalelu et Shem Adonai, ki nizkav shemo levado, odo haaretz v'shamayim, vayaren keren le'amo, tehillah lechol hasiga, livnei bnei Yisrael am kerovo. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Ki lekach tov natati lachem, Torati al tazovu, et chaim ki l'machazikim ba, v'nechem me'ushat, deracheh darchei noam, v'chol tikvatecha shalom. Hashivenu Adonai elecha v'nashua kadesh yameinu kekedem, kadesh yameinu kekedem.
We may be seated. So, just to ask you a question, Ethan, Olivia, do you know the letters F-O-M-O? FOMO. Do you know what that stands for? Fear of missing out. Who here suffers from this psychological disorder, I say that very lightly, of FOMO, the fear of missing out? You do, I do, you do. Some of us, and I would imagine on some level, almost all of us, suffer from non-specific psychological disorder of FOMO, fear of missing out. Now, this relates, Ethan, to your Torah portion. I know that from when we were talking about things, that FOMO is probably the last thing from your mind, right? When we were talking about things and having conversation about your drush, about your Torah portion, and I think Jade can relate to that. Do you think Ethan suffers from FOMO?
Absolutely not.
Ethan does not suffer from FOMO. Joanne, do you suffer?
No, my children do.
But your children do. Joanne has 4 children. She should know. Fear of missing out. Isn't that something that we all struggle with at some point? That we want to do something and we end up doing something and we think that something is happening that we're going to miss out on. And it's a thing that even our biblical characters, I think, struggled with. And especially from this week's Torah portion. I think they struggled with the idea of missing out on important events. Now, Ethan, this today, you becoming a bar mitzvah, is one of the most important events in your life. You're a part of it. You can't have a fear of it because it is a part of who you are. Your parents, your sister, have helped you to reach this moment. And how do we know about FOMO from your Torah portion? Because in your Torah portion there is a scene where Jacob lay down, fell asleep, and then awoke after wrestling with the angel that you talked about, and said, God was in this place and I did not know it. Jacob was so busy looking at everything else, he didn't stop to look at what was happening in his life. You know the saying, you got to stop and smell the roses? Does that sound familiar to you? You got to stop and smell the roses. You got to stop in your life, in the hecticness of our lives. We got to stop and we got to pay attention to not just the big things that might happen. What do I mean by big things? Getting married, finding a new job. I even have to say, getting divorced, that's a pretty major thing. Some people are laughing a little too loudly. There are moments in our lives that are big, but the Torah portion forces us to stop and pay attention to the little things, to pay attention to the things that happen around us every single day, to acknowledge that when we walk through the front door of our homes, that there might be somebody who's happy to see us, to stop and say, I acknowledge that this is happening today. To not take it for granted and then say, oh, everybody else is doing that, but I'm not. To acknowledge that we have moments in our life that is a big moment, like today, Ethan becoming a bar mitzvah, and everybody who's here today made a decision that today I'm going to do something really important. I'm not going to miss out on the opportunity. I'm going to take advantage of the opportunity to see a young man in our community, in our family, in our friendship circle, become a bar mitzvah. Ethan, as you become an adult, there are going to be moments when you have to make the decision, is this important or is this not important? If there's a sense of, I think I'm going to miss out, it's probably not important. But if you think to yourself, if I miss this event, if I miss this moment of importance, and I'm going to feel less for it, then you probably should do it. These are the moments when you're with your sister and she says, Ethan, let me drive you to school because I want to talk to you about something. When it's with your dad who says, Ethan, let's talk about something really important. Let's work on this electronic project. When it's your mum who just says to you, Ethan, let's spend some time together. I just want to talk about your day. These are the moments that define who each of us is, who you are. When we take time out of our busy lives to stop for the moments that are most important. Ethan, as you are a bar mitzvah now, you are a bar mitzvah, not becoming a bar mitzvah. Did you notice you became a bar mitzvah? Probably happened when you were hit by the first lolly. You became a bar mitzvah. You now have the responsibility to look for these moments that are so important so that you turn around and you say to yourself, I didn't miss out on that. because I know what's really important in my life. And everyone here will help you do that as they look at what's important in their lives too. Shabbat Shalom. Let us rise for Aleinu. We're on page 586. And Allah is going to open the ark for us. 586.
Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, לתת גדולה ליוצא בראשית, שלא עשנו קריאי הרצות, ולא שמנו משפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כתם, וגור עלינו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים בפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר וחיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא תהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
We remain standing as we turn to page 598 for the mourners Kaddish. Of course, on this Shabbat, we remember members of our congregation and community who are no longer with us, those who died in the past 7 days of David Ross and Naum Volkov, and those who died as part of the Shloshim, the 30 days of mourning, Rini Arapol, Ola, Bartak, Catherine Daly, Matilda Flack, Sophia Fleischer, Max Mann, Claire Morris, Anna Paul, Judy Rosenfeld. And those who died in Pittsburgh a week ago, we remember Joyce Feinberg, Richard Gottfried, Rose Mallinger, Jerry Rabinovitz, Cecil Rosenthal, David Rosenthal, Bernice Simon, Sylvan Simon, Daniel Stein, Melvin Wax, and Irving Younger. And the anniversaries, the yahrzeit of whose death fall on this Shabbat, we turn our hearts in memory and in love. And if you want to remember a loved one at this time, please share their name out loud or in your hearts. Zecher Tzadik Livracha, may the memory of the righteous be for a blessing as we join together in one voice, as is our custom, page 598 for Kaddish Yatom. Yitgadal v'yitkadosh shemei Rabbah, v'yamad divrach yirutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayachon v'yom echon v'chayed chol Beit Yisrael, v'agalau v'zman kariv v'merur, yehei shmei Rabbah mevarach l'olam alamei almaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yikramam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaler v'yitalal shemei d'kodesha b'richu, la'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbachata v'nechamata, Damiran Bi'alma V'Marur, Amen. Yehei Shlam Rabba Min Shemaya, V'chayim Aleinu V'al Kol Yisrael, V'Imrur, Amen. Oseh Shalom B'Mrama, Hu Yaseh Shalom, Aleinu V'al Kol Yisrael, V'Imrur, Amen. Hamakom Yenachem Echem B'Tok Sha'ah Havlei Tzion V'Yerushalayim. May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn, to all who are comforted amongst those who are bereaved, and we say, Amen. As we are seated, I invite Joanne Lowy-Ines, who is a representative of our Board of Governance, Secretary of our Board, to make some presentations and some announcements.
On behalf of the Board of Governance, welcome to TBI. What a wonderful afternoon. This has been incredibly special, and I'm privileged to be here with you and your family. And just as you're blessed with your family, they're also blessed to have you. Will you come and join me on the beamer, please? I'm going to share with your family and friends a little bit about you. They possibly know a lot of this. So previously you were a student at Garden Vale Primary, and this year you were a student at the King David School in Year 7, which is a fantastic choice, as my 4 children attend the King David School too, so well done. And your sister also attended and finished last year. You are enjoying the King David School because you're experiencing Judaism firsthand. And I think that's straight to the principal needs to hear that, which is wonderful. You like to read and work with technology, both software and hardware, and you're best at math and English. You do karate twice a week, and you've already entered a few tournaments. How have you gone?
Yeah.
You going okay in the tournaments?
Yeah.
Okay. Ish. All right. And you've learnt a lot about your Judaism in your B'nai Mitzvah study with your tutor Jade. Your parents and your sister have said some very special and kind words about you. Your parents say that you're a very kind-hearted young man. You're always eager to help and please other people. And your sister Livia says that with your natural curiosity and perseverance, you have a bright future ahead of you. And I think we can all agree to that. She's also glad you're at the King David School. You're following in her footsteps. We know from your Josh that you're a thoughtful young man. You appreciate your loving family of which you're a part, and I'm sure you will play your role in making the world a better place. And we share a connection because how's your maths? 2 times high plus 1 year ago, this was my Bat Mitzvah Pasha for Yetzer. So that's pretty special. So just as God
Joanne, that was a long time ago.
Yeah, not as close as yours. So just as God protected Jacob on his journey, may God also protect you on your life's journey. And today is the first day of the rest of your life. So I have a certificate from TBI, so you can remember this day. Would you like to show your family and friends your certificate? We also have a discount voucher to the next Netzer camp. Your membership to the Union for Progressive Judaism, which is our roof body. And that's signed by the president and also Rabbi Ettlinger. And we have a book on our stained glass windows, of which your Parsha features, as Rabbi Ettlinger has mentioned. And one last gift is a Kiddush cup from TBI, so on Shabbat and Yom Tov, you can remember this special day. Mazel tov. And you have your family and your community proud. You can relax now. Shabbat Shalom.
Who here likes jazz? Does anybody like jazz? But you have to promise for Ethan that you're going to sing with us. The song that we're going to share with you is a Shabbat song. It's V'shamru. Does you know V'shamru? It's part of the Shabbat blessings. But this is a version that is a little bit jazzy, a little bit different. But we want to do it in honor of Ethan because we know that he's a little jazzy. So are you guys feeling a little jazzy? Yeah? Absolutely. Come on, guys. Are you feeling jazzy? Yeah, why not, right? What have you got to lose?
V'shamru bnei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat לעשות את השבת לדורתם וריטובם ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לתורתם וריטובם ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורתם בריטובם כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים את הארץ ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לתורתם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לתורתם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לתורתם ברית עולם.
Shalom everybody, we'll join together. There is more grape juice coming through. The grape juice is the lighter one, this is the dark one. We say the blessing, let's rise. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen amen l'chaim. People were asking for vodka. Is there any vodka? Is there any whiskey? Russian people. It is whiskey. There might be vodka. I don't know. I can't promise you. Shabbat shalom, everybody. We're going to head into the hall behind us. There's over there, over in that direction, there is a kiddush. Please take your prayer books, place them on the back. Shabbat shalom, everybody. Mazel tov to Ethan and his family. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
We forgot. And the motzi, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz b'tei avon. בבקשה.
Well, it's all over about the eating. This is came in like this.